Hey friends, welcome back. Kris Krohn.
And Stephen Michael Miller.
And today we're talking about the struggles of being a millionaire. What are they? Are they real? And what can you expect? Stephen, what are the struggles of being a millionaire?
The struggles of being a millionaire. Well, you know, they have these things called pants, and you have to put them on.
The exact same way, one leg at a time.
The same way.
Right?
I mean, let's be honest. Money just it exemplifies who you are, right? So if a jerk comes into more money, he's a bigger jerk. If a good person comes into more money, they're they're still a good person with that money.
And if a philanthropist comes into being a millionaire,
Yeah, they're still a philanthropist.
Yep.
Yeah. So the struggles, I don't think that there are really any struggles associated with the
Stephen,
money itself.
That's why I don't think people actually get to millionaire status in the first place.
Yeah.
Is because the same struggles that you have as a millionaire are the same struggles that you have when you're pinching pennies.
Until you overcome those struggles ahead of time, you're not going to...
It's catch-22,
That's just the
dude.
reality.
You're just not going to get there unless you can face it. So let's not talk about the struggles of a millionaire. Let's talk about the struggles of the people that are trying to be one that aren't getting there. Because there's a couple of really big things out the gate. Here's the first one.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, dude, I don't believe that.
I'm just kidding.
I say, mo money, mo the same big of problems.
That was P. Diddy. Okay, I had to quote P. Diddy here for a moment. Is he even called P. Diddy anymore?
I don't even know.
I don't remember.
So
anyway,
when I look at the problems of why people actually don't become millionaires, number one is they don't take risk.
Yeah.
They got a strange perception of risk. They have an idea.
They don't like risk.
Yeah, they say that risk is bad. It should be avoided. Dude, I got news for you. No risk.
No reward.
No risk, no reward. So
true.
people that aren't out there actually risking, that means that you're conservative. And congratulations, conservative people fail at money all day long. You can be an awesome saver, entirely conservative, and you can actually save better than everyone else, but you can already, if that's you can do the math and know where you're going to be 40 years from now. And either that math is good or it's not. And only you can know. So dude, just be honest with yourself and pull out your calculator and ask, is your conservatism costing you your dreams? Or is it guaranteeing that you're going to get them? Because honestly, the math will tell you right there on the calculator. It's really simple. It's like, I'm so conservative that I'm saving $1,000 a month. Dude, that's awesome. It'd be awesome if every American saved $1,000 a month instead of being up or down plus or minus $40. Yeah. But $1,000 a month is $12,000 a year. $12,000 a year compounding is $24,000 the next year, and it's going to grow and grow and grow. If you do that math over the 30 or 40-year work haul, you're going to be a multimillionaire. It's going to work. Now you have to ask yourself, is that where you want to be in 30 or 40 years? So do the math and understand what risk really is. No risk is the greatest risk. Taking a risk opens the door of possibility, not guarantee.
And we talk about this in terms of what's available out there as financial investments. I mean, we're taught to put our money in the lowest risk possible, the safest investments. We want those things that'll produce for us an amazing 2, 3, 4% return, you know. And we have this pipe dream that's going to get us to that millionaire status, all the while keeping ourselves from it because we want that security, that safety. And we have to get, if we want to be a millionaire, if you want to earn that money, the reality is you have to be willing to do the things that the vast majority of the world just are not willing to do. You have to get outside of your comfort zone. You have to invest in things that are a little outside of the box or completely outside of the box. And if you're willing to do that, you will already begin to form habits, to do those daily actions that will set you apart and that will help you to learn what you need so that when you get to that millionaire status, there are no struggles really. I mean, it's not about the struggles. It's about learning so that.
Although I do think becoming a millionaire does introduce some new struggles.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Like I think one of the struggles that I feel like I personally struggled with for a while was trying to manage the perception of other people.
Sure.
When I remember when I made $1 million and I retired from having a job and I moved into this really big house, I remember I felt a lot of judgment from people.
Yeah.
And the reality is that as you change social spheres, some people are going to accept that, but a lot of people are not.
True.
And if you're really attached to certain friends, you with money is something that a lot of people actually don't like. It's weird though. It's like kind of a crabs in the bucket deal. It's not a guarantee. it's just it's human nature to be jealous. It's human nature to not want someone else to elevate their station too rapidly or too differently than yours.
Can I tell you that I don't even think that's necessarily even just a millionaire status thing, though. That's if you're used to making $30,000 a year and all of a sudden you make $60,000 a year. That will create enough of a rift between the people, between you and maybe your old friends and things that you have to deal with that. And this is a part of it. The reality is as you grow and as your capacity to earn more grows, you change as a person.
Yeah.
And that change, a lot of people may look at and say, "Oh, well, how dare you change so much?" And they may feel threatened by that change.
Dude.
But honestly, the reality is that's them. That's their problem.
Dude,
not yours.
I was going to hang out with some of my buddies, and they're not very financially well-to-do, but they know that I am, and we were going to go hang out and actually play video games, and they're like, "Dude, Kris, if you come, make sure you bring the pizza." So I was calling a personal assistant to get the pizza to bring it to the party, and when that happened, they were like freaked out, like, "Dude, snobbery, man! What do you like? Why couldn't you just go get the pizza yourself?" And I did not want to be a jerk. But but in my mind,
you wanted to say.
What I wanted to say, but I didn't say, was at the rate that I earn money, taking 30 minutes to go pizza, it was way more valuable for me to get to the party 30 minutes early and play with my friends, because that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go make a pizza run.
Right.
And so it was the time value of money. So often when you look at people that have money, they're sometimes making different decisions. Sometimes they're not getting on a private jet because they want to be better than you. Man, the pride of the poor is crazy. It's way bigger than the pride of the rich.
Well,
sometimes they're getting on a private plane because they don't want to spend a half a day at the airport waiting in security lines, wasting time or unable to do certain things, or they want a direct flight somewhere that they couldn't actually get out of their airport.
Well, we were on first class from Thailand back here just a little while ago, and the thought came to my mind. It's like, why don't people fly first class more often?
That was awesome.
That was honestly one of my thoughts that I had. And the reality is if you've never done it before and you don't understand it, it's and this is no better than anybody, anything like that. But if you've never done it before and you don't understand it, you've never been there, it's hard sometimes to see the benefits of what you're getting from those types of decisions. Like you said, ordering that pizza on your own would have taken that time that you wanted to spend other places. And so that you're right, that could be a struggle. That maybe that is a struggle, is helping people to understand where you are, why you make certain decisions that you make, that they just don't get because they've never experienced it before.
So my experience of people that have made money is that they typically tend to be more candid and they tend to be more authentic. Meaning they also don't want to waste time with pretense or with taboo or with PC.
Just get direct.
It's just actually, and it's because I think part of that is because they had to face some of the judgment of either themselves or other people of now they got the money. And at some point, either you let that stuff eat on your soul and not you and bother you, or one day you just get over yourself and you're like, people can think of me however they want. And that's okay. It's like, I'm still me, whether I do or don't have money. And if it's weird for them, then let it be weird for them, right? I'm going to let them distance themselves or come closer to me. It's not my obligation. It's not my stewardship. It's just totally up to them to decide what they want to do with the fact that the information about me has changed a little bit because I've brought some money in. So friends, some of the struggles as millionaires, as we're kind of talking about those, I just want to make sure that we kind of put this cake topper on it. It's not that bad. The real struggle is before you're the millionaire. It's learning to be disciplined. It's learning to show up on time. It's learning to be a person of your word, doing what you say. It's learning how to create value. The struggles that you become to become a millionaire, that journey is so worthwhile. And I would wish that journey upon anyone that believes that growth and personal development is a purpose of life, and that money can be a byproduct of what some of that growth looks like, although also doesn't have to be. My experience is that when you have some money is that who you had to become to get it, if you really did earn it, because not everyone has, but who you had to become to earn it usually makes life easier, more fun, more relaxed. At least those are possibilities. Having an allergic reaction to being a millionaire, are you?
I'm having allergic responses.
Yes, or it could be my cats.
Or your cats.
Or it's just being a millionaire.
Probably something.
Your allergies could increase if you become a millionaire. Also, you're going to become wiser and smarter if you wiser and smarter if you actually subscribe. Also, ring the bell, and then
that's it.
If you really want to be a millionaire, though, check out our website. Check out the link in the description below, and we can share with you how you can be a total nerd also on YouTube,
just like us,
as a millionaire.